we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, oh Lord of hosts, to have mercy upon us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word, which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist? You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace. Under our command, O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoto. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy, because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all these we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. I had in Sosine Bigebi Rone Bigebi. He said,
it is not enough. It is not enough that we are complaining that the economy of the Igbo land is collapsing because of sit at home. Hello? You may not know the impact of this sit at home issue. It is so painful to any business person. But for people who have businesses, so we have to lift our hands, because the secret of that sit at home is the releasing of Nnamdi Kanu. If Nnamdi is free today, sit at home will stop today. So lift your hand. We pray for prisoners, and one of us is in prison, and because of his importance, even the government could not stop sit at home. I say, go to work, go to work. Yet they are in their houses. And if they are about to move, they will use about 20 security vehicles around themselves. So we shall lift our hands to pray. For over 3 years now, this is the year Igbo people have farmed. Listen. For over 3 years now, this is the best year Igbo people had farmed. We are thanking our young men who helped to clear the farms from herdsmen disturbances. God will bless you. You may not know what it means. In Abogugu last time, one farmer was killed and the whole body butchered and was brought between Ozala and Abogugu. The body packed there. Now, our farms, by the grace of God, are freed from herdsman destruction. One of our priests last year, all his farms just messed up. He was crying. This year, he started laughing. So I am thanking our young men. I am blessing the Igbo youths. It shall be well with you. Amen. Onomata oborobo. Odiko obosoko. So anyị wenere Chukwu aka enu. Taa Good Friday mbosi nwere onwe. Ise anyị na-ekpe ekpere maka nwere onwe nke nwanne anyị Nnamdi. Owere onwe tata sita choma kwụsata. Owere onye kwutere na okwu batara ya na mba. Mụ abụ onye izi bịabụrụ ịbịa ka mba. Simon Ekpa wee pịa m ya. Pịa m ya sị na a ga-apịaba mana gọta. N'ọkwa ugwu ka a na-akwanyere m mmechikwa ọnụ zere ha na sit at home. I went home and meditated on that. It's painful. But it is now a responsibility upon us to pray out. That's our brother. So I went to Chukwu aka enu n'isi ya. Ebe ọbụla ọ nọ ya mara na ụmụnne ya wenere ya aka enu. Ọkwa nsọ nụrụ ude nwa na-agba n'ọsọ. Onye nụrụ ude nwa na-agba n'ọsọ. Onye nụrụ ude nwa na-agba n'ọsọ. Ị nụrụ ude nwa na-agba n'ọsọ.
But there is one thing all of us to understand this very evening. We are facing a very formidable array of enemies, both external and within. And we are going to overcome each and every one of these obstacles. That I can assure you. That they may know that the God we worship is an invisible God, not a God that was wrought by the hands of men. For we do not worship idol, and we can never ever worship idol. Is impossible. This very family, this IPOB, belongs to the Most High. And that is how it's going to be until Biafra comes and beyond to eternity. This evening, I want to place it on record that our enemies are intensifying their attack against us from every corner. I am not saying this as lamentation or complaint. I am only trying to prepare our people for what is to come. You are being prepared for what is to come. The time has come to separate the chaff from the wheat itself. Our march is very, very near. The enemies are trembling, they are quaking, they are doing all they can to try to stop us. But they have failed very woefully, and they will continue to fail. But I want to tell you that we are getting attacks from everywhere all over the world. And very soon, they will buy over some of you. Some of you, they will buy some of you over. The spirit of Asaba Massacre and Ifajuna are still in some of you. When the time comes, they will buy you over. I am not doing this program tonight to ask all of you to be strong. I am doing it to remind you, not that if they succeed in buying you over, you're not going to stop what we are doing. You can't. You cannot. Not in a trillion years. But I need you to appreciate one very simple fact. That at the end of this very race, everybody will testify that indeed Chukwukika Abiyama, the same God of Israel, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the same God of Ehiri in Aguleri, the same God of Umweri, the same God of Ora-Eri, the same God of Owe-Eri, the same God of Arochukwu. Not if you know what, the true God, one true God. You will know that indeed, not only is he omnipotent, that same God is the owner of this very agitation. No human being can stop it. We have enemies, and we need to be very, very careful, both within and without. Very, very careful. The next 2 weeks will be very pivotal. Next 2 weeks will be very, very important in the life, or should I say, in this very mission that we have embarked upon. The devil will do everything. And you are going to watch spectacularly how we are going to destroy and shame the enemy. That at the end, every glory and adoration will belong to God and not to man. Now let us go and tell you what is happening that some of you do not understand. I want those of you who are hardcore, those who we are chosen before you were born. There were some people who were chosen before they were born to agitate for Biafra restoration. This is a message for you. Those who from their mother's womb they were born to do this very work. You must be very, very strong. Because Biafra will open the eyes of black people all over the world. Because Biafra will mean that blacks from America, blacks from the Caribbean, from Southern America, they will all flood into Africa. It will be like the time that Yeshua was born. Biafra is like a light, a beacon. They will follow it. They will say, let us go and see what is happening there. That is what these neo-colonialists do not want.
They don't want Biafra to come. I am telling our people so they understand. The mountains, I didn't say one mountain, the mountains in front of us that we need to overcome. And for us to overcome it, we need to be very strong mentally, mental strength. Just like when you're doing anything in life, and it appears as if you are being buffeted from everywhere. That is the time that you no longer rely on willpower or your muscles. You go to your brain to endure and to persevere and to keep going until you overcome. That is the stage we are in right now. To make sure that our brain is in gear to confront everything the Janjaweed has to throw at us. We don't have money. Their budget is over $20 billion to fight us. They can bribe Facebook. They can buy them off. They can do anything they like. They can come to some of you and bribe you off. They can promise you what you've never had before. They can give you maybe a house in Dubai. They can promise you a vehicle. They can tell you, oh, we'll make you vice president. They can promise you anything to make sure that you're like them. But this very IPOB, this very hardcore is not going to move. And I will tell you why we can't move.
IPOB, one family. Biafrans all over the world. If we want safety and security for our people, then let's continue to support Eastern Security Network. All donations are welcome. No contribution is too small or too large. Do your part, knowing that freedom is in our hands, and together we must all rise to the occasion. Go to our website to make your contribution, www.ipobinUSA.org/donate. And remember that freedom is not free, but together we restore it. Farm by farm, forest by forest, house by house, and street by street.
For you. Major General Muhammadu Buhari retired, knew the solutions to Boko Haram till he finally became president. He asked ex-President Jonathan to resign because of insecurity. He cried empathetically. He promised to end Boko Haram in 3 months. But now, he's telling us he's done his best to arm the military. Why isn't he resigning? Governor Fashola knew the solutions to providing stable power supply till he became Minister of Power, and darkness pervaded the land. After trying hard and giving excuses like he only plays a supervisory role, the ministry was assigned to someone else. Power grid, still they collapse. The NSAS protests were tagged insurrection. In fact, someone said Aisha Yusufu ought to be in jail for instigating violence. Then farmers were beheaded in Borno. Same person asked Aisha Yusufu to lead a protest. Aren't these people supposed to forbid hypocrisy? Is Nigeria working for any Nigerian today? From leaders hoarding food for the poor, receiving kickbacks from government contracts, to farmers needing permission to go to their farms. Is Nigeria working for you? Why is Zamfara's gold for Zamfara and Niger Delta oil for Nigeria? Why is Hisba destroying alcohol, but their state governments receive federal allocation from monies received via taxation, including tax on alcoholic beverages? Why are some federal roads abandoned to bandits and kidnappers? Who is in charge of Nigeria's security? The president is talking tough this time. Most times, he's as shocked by the rest of us by the absence of good governance under him. Regardless of his campaign promises and the manifesto of his political party, Nigeria has rolled back in terms of development. From Naira continually losing its value to our recently launched locomotive trains breaking down in the middle of nowhere. Nigeria has to be working for some people, though. The government can do no wrong. To this set of people, their money isn't being stolen, even if the money is being borrowed, leaving debts for their own children to pay in future. Even if the leaders don't use public institutions, from sending their children to Ivy League schools abroad to getting medical treatment abroad, some people who have nothing and we need to donate money for their medical bills if they have a serious ailment, continue to hail the obvious lack of good governance till Nigeria happens to them. Then they get a little pissed. May Nigeria never happen to you. Say amen. We deserve better than the political class who go home with millions monthly to represent people who can't even afford to feed themselves. I am Olajumoke Alaode James. Nigeria is not working for me. Is Nigeria working for you?
You must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we're making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important. Fellow Nigerian, in search of excellence for Africa, my mission remains to create awareness, advance practical solutions, and transform mindsets via case studies. Together, let's midwife deliverance for our race, country, and continent. Please share this video. I am Dr. Israel Noyerem Davidson. Thank you. In 2001, US-led forces overthrew a Taliban-led Afghan government following the 9/11 attacks led by the Al-Qaeda leader Osama bin Laden. For the next 20 years, the US and allies enforced democratic ideals, built up Afghan security forces, and provided operational air cover. The Taliban continued to attacks. Now, eventually, under President Trump, the US promised to pull out if Taliban agreed to stop attacks and hosting terrorist groups. Today, the Taliban militants have declared Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan and overrun most of the country at lightning speed with little or no resistance from the 300,000 US trained and heavily equipped Afghan forces. US general could not believe an army could crumble at that rate.
I did not, nor did anyone else, see a collapse of an army that size in 11 days. There'll be many postmortems on this topic, but right now is not that time.
It is believed the Afghan soldiers, though diehards, had unquenchable allegiance to jihadist ideologies practiced by Taliban. There were Afghan soldiers by day, Taliban at heart, and Taliban at night. A situation some suggest currently exists in Nigeria too. So Afghanistan was simply handed over to the mullahs to govern, based on their shared jihadist ideological leaning. The south and middle belt of Nigeria should wake up with urgency. The Afghan situation is cooking fast in Nigeria today. Afghanistan is number 1 on global terrorist list. Nigeria is number 3, second to Iran.
How do you cage Nnamdi Kanu? In fact, I want to call that Nnamdi Kanu should be released. A freedom fight agitator who said that, look, he wants liberation for his people. Why are you incarcerating him? Why are you not going to arrest Fulani men? Look at the bomb blast in train blast in Abuja to Kaduna. Up to today, our people are still being kept by these bandits. Where are the security? Where is the president? Where is the security act to go out and rescue these people? Tell me what is happening. It is a shame. Tell me, Igboho, they went after him in the southwest, and we're able to stop him. At least we're not hearing about Igbo again. Why can't they stop these Fulani men who are terrorizing this country and have made it impossible? They come to Benue and kill. Just in my local government, within the space of 40 people have been killed. More than 40 people. In another local government, over 20 people were killed. And then you want me to keep quiet. They want to intimidate us. I will never be intimidated. At least, let me talk. If at the end nothing happens, and some of you are keeping quiet, keep quiet to your shame. But I want to say that the rest of Nigerians, you people are joking. I raised alarm in 2016 that these things were going to happen. What is it that I have not said? I have said it. If Nigerians want to get out of this, they should arise. Arise television, as your name implies. Arise and let us liberate ourselves. President Buhari and his cohorts are not able to do it.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to the program. Today, we are live and direct on Voice of Biafra 97.5 FM in Biafraland. We're live on Enter Biafra Channel 1 and Channel 2. We're live on Enter Biafra YouTube channel. We're live on all platforms, including the IPOB autopiloted platform. I want to inform you today that the awareness for the liberation of Biafra continues, and water will continue to be the code. This evening is the second day
of the remembrance of Asaba Massacre. Some people thought that it is only with criminality they will continue to fight for Biafra. They thought that they are going to use criminality after betraying the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Every day they are ranting and ranting about Simon Ekpa. Why we continue to focus on the enemy of Biafra? When you have people who do not know their left from their right, what you have seen in the last 1 year is what you are going to see, the result. We are going to analyze their confession, possibly on Friday. On Friday, we are going to analyze their confession so far, so that you are going to know some of the deep meaning into what they have confessed so far before we go into the part 2 of the confession, because we are going to go into the part 2 of the confession after we analyze the first part of their confession against Biafra and against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We are going to release another thing, another Ike Pentecost, Ike Mbute, and they will come to radio and to their different platform, and they will begin to confess, and they will not know when they start confessing. And we're going to go to the part 2. Part 2 is where we are now. One good thing about this Biafra liberation is that that is one good thing. Very, very good. As these criminals were busy chasing shadows, Biafra were busy planting seed. And today, I can tell you that the seed have germinated. Today, I can tell you that the seed of Biafra have germinated. They were busy cutting the grass, while more dangerous seed were germinating. And today, I can assure Biafra people that the seed have germinated. We told them that the day we are going to march, they will ask, where do they come from? We've made it very clear. Our stand is on no election. That is the resolve of every Biafra person. I watch how they were sharing our video today. Everywhere they were reporting it. Oh, don't mind him. He is just ordinary boy in Finland. Don't listen to him. He is just a noisemaker on Facebook. Yet, they don't want to overlook the noise of a Facebook ranter. Yet, they continue to share and continue to lament, and at the same time saying he is nobody, don't listen to him, and they are having a sleepless night. They are not resting. They are not sleeping. They say, oh, you don't need to listen to him. He is not this, he is not that. Don't mind him, he's just making noise. Is it not what they have done in the past? If you know that we are just making noise, why are you worried? Why? Why are the Nigeria state worried? I want you people to understand that when they say he is threatening the Nigeria state, yes, so I am threatening the Nigeria state. Nigeria is not a state. I have volunteered to be the spokesperson of my people. And I am threatening Nigeria state by the power vested on me by Biafra people. I am spokesperson of Biafra. And I'm issuing that threat on behalf of Biafra people. And that threat, I will continue to issue the threat. And the threat is that Nigeria will not be allowed to conduct election in Biafra land, in Biafra territory, come 2023. I do not know how you want me to bend my arm or my hand or my eyes or my mouth or my lips or my teeth or my tongue to say it. We are fighting for freedom and we are not hiding. We are not hiding. We are not coward. We are not bandit. We are not terrorists that doesn't show themselves. We are not criminals that hide under IPOB to commit crime and kidnap people like they come to accuse. Because everything they come to accuse on social media is what they have done in the past. We are not them. We are real human beings who have come out to fight for freedom of Biafra. And we have face, we have name, we have identity, we have address, we have job, we have what we do. We are not hiding. So when we threaten the Nigeria state for killing our people, our threat is on social media. We are not threatening individuals. We threaten the Nigeria state. And we are fighting Nigeria state for self-defense. Because Nigeria state have sponsored terrorists to kill our people for the past, 60 years. They have killed Biafrans and nobody is asking questions. So we have decided that this particular generation of Biafra will not fold their arms again and we are not going to complain again. So it is going to be, you kill us, we kill you back. Self-defense. And we are not hiding it. So anybody that feel that what I'm saying is not right, the person should go to hell. Anybody that feel if you think that what I'm doing or what I'm saying is not right, go back to your original country. Most of the countries of the world today got their independence from somewhere. So if you think that America think that what we are doing is not right, let them rewind the clock back to 1774 or so, when they separated from Britain. As simple as that. If you think what we are doing is not okay, we want you to tell your country, wherever your country is, to rewind their clock back to the days when they were like slaves in whoever or whichever country that they liberated themselves from. But today, I remember that 2 days ago, I told you people about Singapore. I told you people about Singapore, right? I told you about Singapore, and we are going to take you to that journey. We are going to take you to the journey of the Singapore. Do you understand? We are going to have a commercial break.
How do you cage Nnamdi Kanu? In fact, I want to call that Nnamdi Kanu should be released. A freedom fight agitator who said that, look, he wants liberation for his people. Why are you incarcerating him? Why are you not going to arrest Fulani men? Look at the bomb blast in train blast in Abuja to Kaduna. Up to today, our people are still being kept by these bandits. Where are the security? Where is the president? Where is the security act to go out and rescue these people? Tell me what is happening. It is a shame. Tell me, Igboho, they went after him in the southwest and were able to stop him. At least we're not hearing about Igboho again. Why can't they stop these Fulani men who are terrorizing this country have made it impossible. They come to Benue and kill. Just in my local government, within the space of 40 people have been killed. More than 40 people. In another local government, over 20 people were killed. And then you want me to keep quiet. They want to intimidate us. I will never be intimidated. At least, let me talk. If at the end nothing happens, and some of you are keeping quiet, keep quiet to your shame. But I want to say that the rest of Nigerians, you people are joking. I raised alarm in 2016 that these things were going to happen. What is it that I have not said? I have said it. If Nigerians want to get out of this, they should arise. Arise television, as your name implies. Arise and let us liberate ourselves. President Buhari and his cohorts are not able to.
Said 7th of October 2022 is our remembrance day for our fallen fathers, mothers, men, women, brothers, sisters, and children that were gruesomely murdered at Asaba during the Biafran genocidal war Nigerians waged against Biafrans. We hereby declare Friday, the 7th of October 2022, a sit at home in Biafraland.
Agalokia nigodo na ki ịpụtakwa ihe were maka na mọnwụ anyị ga-agba n'ilo mọnwụ anyị na-agba n'ilo mọnwụ anyị na-agba n'ilo
ọnụrụ karịa ibi o.
obodo ga-enu ntị o onye kwuchitere ọnụ Biafra simzi unu.
Said 7th of October 2022 is our remembrance day for our fallen fathers, mothers, men, women, brothers, sisters, and children that were gruesomely murdered at Asaba during the Biafran genocidal war Nigerians waged against Biafrans. We hereby declare Friday, the 7th of October 2022, a sit at home in Biafraland.
Agalokia igodo na ki ịpụtakwa ihe were maka na mọnwụ anyị ga-agba n'ilo mọnwụ anyị na-agba n'ilo mọnwụ anyị na-agba n'ilo
ọnụrụ karịa ibi o.
obodo ga-enu ntị o onye kwuchitere ọnụ Biafra simzi unu.
Said 7th of October 2022 is our remembrance day for our fallen fathers, mothers, men, women, brothers, and children that were gruesomely murdered at Asaba during the Biafran genocidal war Nigerians waged against the of October. A sit at home in Biafraland.
Agalokia nigodo na ki ịpụtakwa ihe were maka na mọnwụ anyị ga-agba n'ilo mọnwụ anyị na-agba n'ilo mọnwụ anyị na-agba n'ilo
ọnụrụ karịa ibi o.
Right, welcome back to the program, and here we will now bring to you the continuation of Asaba Massacre Remembrance.
wakpo anyị won Nigeria o village ọbụla kwadebe eyila akpọ elo na anyị ịnabata ndị oyi anyị anya ịmụhụ na anyị bịara ga-ese non the meetings that is goodbye till we meet no more. (1970) anyị bịa ka anyị zụta ndị agha Nigeria bịa bụla egwu anyị mara na ọ bụ a game of death ka ịba n'ime ya nọ na iluzi wagadazi anyị n'ebu bịa singụla ụmụ nwoke niile out ụmụ nwanyị bịa this side ọkịka anyị ga-afụzi the fire papa we will go machine gun gahube our people and they were slaughtered in thousands. Anyị nwa bụzi ndị nwe ike ịgbapụ bụ ndị ozu dakpudo n'azụ o bero n'ebe a so nke a na-ekwu ife a Ovonya from Simbana moto. Abana moto. Amoron no another killing field in the same way. No, so what?
Yes, you may have guessed it right. This
I didn't know okay. The Economist. What they say you go grave. What they say you face here the grave. What say you start saying your prayer. A Bele can busy with other people. One Land Rover land. Over Bab Ali, my classmate na New Better College on chat. Of I'm so Sonny, what are you doing here? He said, you know, I'm from Asaba. It's to join my people. Ose Mumu Bayana Motozibo, he commanded me. Abiam Bayana Chiba. One other person, John Okonya, Ambanya. Anya the car drive from here to that place. They own machine gun. The whole people there were mowed down. Ndị niile bụ ụmụ nwanyị na-enye ife ọ bụ iru na-abọsa ozu maka nwa niile eji akwa ọcha ịbọsagide ozu fụ ka ị mara iburu enyi ya ị na-aga irudele ka ọ nọ n'elu mmadụ na-apọnchi afọ ya.
Back on this program several years ago, we recorded an hour program at Harvard.
Ndị a basị na onye nụsị ọgụ kụọ isi ya nụsịgo ọgụ gbuo ndị be anyị nụ mana ụmụ nwaanyị anyị abịaja ya nkeba dịka nwaanyị ndidi aga ya nwụrụ ofu general Babangida ọ bụrụ Mrs. Babangida okpotọlịa ụmụ ife ya nwe ogbe ọgụ onye egwu ilo anwụrụ General Duba Blue First Lady, and a number of them attract equal development to Asaba. So now they won the war and we won the peace. If not one Nigerian government for all the card elect, Nigeria the card will go watch in Jassa. Only quarter. Why the quarter? Take away the stability.
Malekata, the 23 victim.
Almost every one Nigeria. Or village of Nakwadebe, a Yila Quacha, Nelo Nanebia, a Nabatandi, Anya Mohon Anebia, and I guess say non dignities. That is goodbye till we meet no. (1970) I just returned the Aya, Nigeria. Biabulegu. Anyamara no a game of Kaibanemia. No, na iluzi. Wagada ya nebo. Bia singular umu nwoke niile out. Umu nwanyị bia this side. Okay, kaja afoze. They open fire. Papa, we will go machine gun our people. And they were slaughtered in thousands. Anyị nwa bụzi ndị nwe ike ịgbapụni bụ ndị ozu dakpudo n'azụ obero n'ebe ahụ so nke a na-ekwu ife a ofu onye afọ m si mba na moto abaya na moto amụrụ na onwekwa another killing field in the same way n'ogbo sowa abịa n'ebe ọ na-ene ụmụ nwoke ka wajukwa ụmụ nwoke anyị wabịasị anyị gwa grave wabịasị anyị face ya the grave wasị anyị start saying your prayer ekpele ka m na-ekpezi with other people one Land Rover land ya ọ bụrụ Bab Ali my classmate na New Better College Onitsha of I'm saying, Sonny, what are you doing here? He said, you know, I'm from Asaba. It's to join my people. Ose mumu bayana motos. He commanded me. Abiam banyana jeep where one other person, John Okonya, Amabanya. Anya the car drive from here to that place. They open machine gun. Pa, 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 pa. The whole people there were mowed down. Ndị niile bụbu ụmụ nwanyị fa ọ bụ iwe na-abọsụ ozu maka nwa niile eji akwa ọcha ịbọsa gị mmadụ ibulu jeni ya ị na-aga ifudene ọ nọ n'elu mmadụ na pọnchị afọ ndị agha basị na onye nụsị ọgụ ọkụọ isi ya nwaanyị sigo ọgụ gbue ndị be anyị nụ mana ụmụ nwaanyị anyị abịa jee ahịa nkeva dịka nwaanyị ndidi aga ya nwụrụ ofu general Babangida ọ bụrụ Mrs. Babangida okpotọlia ụmụ ife yi nwa ọgbọgụ onye wilo general Aduba bụrụ first lady and a number of them attract equal development to Asaba. So now they won the war and we won the peace.
That is the sad story of Asaba Massacre. How they massacred thousands of Biafrans in Asaba. And today, in 2022, when you have now what I should call the radical agitation for Biafra freedom, the new generation of Biafrans, we have come to make history. That's why we are going to wake this wound the Nigerian government and their Fulani evil caliphate continue to touch us where it pains. You know, sometimes we will look at them and look at those cowards who are scared to talk in Nigeria. You see them supporting one Nigeria as if they are comfortable. They are not comfortable. The only reason why some people are supporting one Nigeria today is because they are scared of dying. And we understand that. And let me tell you, that's why we have been saying we are going to bring freedom from abroad, from diaspora. Nigeria think they are smart. Fulani think they are smart. We are going to bring freedom of Biafra from diaspora. We told them. They thought we are joking. Today they say, oh, Simon Ekpa, come to Nigeria now. Come to Nigeria now. I should come to Nigeria when you don't even allow people to protest. I should come to Nigeria where you have been able to cage every politician, all the politicians in Nigeria, and nobody can talk. I can come to Nigeria where there is no rule of law. I can come to Nigeria where our lawyers are writing to the president to respect the UN Charter, the UN Constitution, and the UN Charter that they signed and they ratified it, to obey the UN Charter. They are signatory to different international instruments. Today, UN asks Nigeria to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and they can respect the UN. I told you people some time ago, we are going to bring Biafra from abroad. You don't get it. Those of you telling Simon Ekpa to come to Nigeria today is because you are a fool. You are an idiot. If you are not a fool, You should be happy that a generation like us stood up from abroad to fight for you. But because we understand some of you, we have deprived you your right to make decision. You are brainless. You are brain dead. Some of you are completely brain dead. If you are living in a sane society, you will be assigned a legal guidance. Today, all millions of Biafrans abroad have become your legal guardian. You don't have the right to make decision of your own. Otherwise, you will be dead in the next 4 years. So those of you that are shouting, those of you small circle, just small people in Biafraland shouting, lamenting on Facebook, your lamenting and your ranting end on Facebook. You say that we always rant on Facebook, yet we are your problem. Yet you are not sleeping. Yet you follow everything Simon Ekpa say and listen to when Simon Ekpa made something. But you continue to say it's just Facebook ranting. Yet you are not resting. Whenever you hear that we are live, you will start to pee in your pants because you don't know what we are bringing on the table again. But you continue to console yourself, deceive yourself that, that it is only on Facebook. Don't worry. It's not next year. Next year is here. You are going to know that it is truly a Facebook rant. Biafran people decided that they won't leave Nigeria. They cannot be part of a country. I want you people to pay attention to why we are fighting, to restore Biafra. 2 days ago, or yesterday or so, 2 days ago when I was responding to the Secretary of State, Anthony Blinken, I mentioned many countries that splitted from other country, and they are doing well today. And in those countries, in the list of those countries, I mentioned country like Singapore. And I also mentioned that Singapore splitted from Malaysia in 1965. 1965. Do you want to know what Singapore is like today? Let me show you. Let me show you. 1965, Singapore from Malaysia. 1965, Singapore splitted from Malaysia. Let us look at what they are today. 1965, Singapore splitted from Malaysia. Let us look at Singapore today. 1960.
We had to lock up people without trial.
1986.
Whether they are language, chauvinist, or religious extremists. If you don't do that, the king would be in ruins today. Whoever governs Singapore must have that iron in him, or give it up. This is not a game of cards. This is your life and mine. I've spent a whole lifetime building this. And as long as I'm in charge, nobody's going to knock it down.
This is it. Your life and my life. And as long as I'm alive, nobody is going to knock it down. From 1965. Here is Singapore, where men rose up to fight for the good and the betterment and the future of their country. Why some of you idiots who Fulani have, caged with terrorism and threat, and of course assassination. You want us to know what we know today and come and be like a coward like you? Never. 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 And the English master here, you can continue to correct splitted and split from Malaysia. That is all you are good. I like it when English masters are here to correct English spellings when it is splitted and when it's split. So your job is to be here and correcting. So continue to do that. People are learning English from you. Let us continue.
That we wouldn't be here, we would not have made the economic progress if we had not intervened on very personal matters. Who your neighbor is, how you live, the noise you make, how you speak, or where you speak, or what language you use. Had we not done that and done it effectively, we would not be here today.
If they have not done that and done it effectively, Singapore will not be where they are today. You idiot, English masters that cannot sleep with electricity, English master that don't even have bed to sleep, English master that don't have road to his community, English master that when he walk on the road of his community, poto will cover his shoe. What is the poto in English? They call it mood. It will cover your shoe. If you think I am lying, tell this English master who speak English more than the British people to go to his community barefoot. Let him walk to his community from the bus stop in his town to his village without Okada or without car, and let him come back to the bus stop. He can't walk. He will be jumping the pothole and jumping the pothole. Yet he come to social media and speak English. While people are moving mountain in their country, he come here to speak English. The English that cannot give him a job in the United Kingdom. With all the splitted and the split he's writing here, he goes to United Kingdom, he will be subjected to aptitude test. Aptitude test. And you know one thing? Yet, this man, do you know, he will be here telling you about English, how to speak split and splitted. Fulani are making budget in trillions. For what? Islamic study. Are you aware of that? Are you aware that there is something called Islamic study? And they are spending trillions of naira in Islamic study. Is he aware of that? Okay, he's not aware of that. Oh, I see. Sorry. Let us show him.
Day 5 of the interactive session between the Senate Committee on Finance and Revenue Generating Agencies continued today. The lawmakers are seeking to meet up with the over 11 trillion naira 2023 budget deficit. The chairman of the Committee on Finance reacts to lingering ASU strike as well as possible solution to avert future occurrence.
How do we explain to the whole world for a university system that generates average of about 15 to 16 billion naira a year? That 16 billion naira is being spent. And aside that, the federal government will still go ahead and pay their salaries, pay their recurrent, and also pay the capital of those institutions. And at the end of the day, the lecturers will go on strikes. And also, it is high time for federal government to stop the funding of university to the extent of salaries or recurrent expenditures. I think the Nigerian students should start asking questions. how do you spend the money generated by this institution?
The lawmakers expressed displeasure with the Registrar of the National Board for Arabic and Islamic Studies, Mohammed Abdullahi, with a non-remittance of over 300 million naira revenue generated to the Consolidated Revenue Fund.
We were able to pay 30 million naira.
The professor in his country cannot even pronounce 30 million naira. The professor of this English master in his own country cannot pronounce 30 million. He doesn't know figure, but is a professor of Islamic study, generating 300 billion or million, and they are not remitting it to the national account. Yet, this idiot is here correcting Simon Ekpa about splitting and splitted. Are you hearing it? While he is on Facebook ranting and correcting English, the Fulani are on ground and they don't know figure. This man is here while I am here on social media teaching him how we can get a country and turn it into a global attention, a country that everybody will come and enjoy themselves, a country where he can have security and have electricity. This man is here correcting English.
How you live, the noise you make, how you speak, or where you speak, or what language you use. Had we not done that and done it effectively, we would not be here today.
Did you hear that? How you speak, how you do, what language you use is coming from a Singapore prime minister, those who fought and they have vision. Why people have vision, fighting for their freedom, the idiot who is now the English master is here, talking and correcting English. Why Fulani is taking the lion's share in his own land? Listen to Fulani. He can't even speak. He don't know
to the
what is figure.
Consolidated Revenue Fund.
We were able to pay 30 million naira out of this fund.
30 million naira. He doesn't know the amount. Yet, this man is speaking English on Facebook, correcting Simon Ekpa, Fulani, without even knowing figures. He is a professor in Islamic study. And this Islamic study, they are budgeting millions and billions for them, while ordinary university, they are not budgeting anything. They are on strike. Listen and listen attentively.
30 million naira
out of this 14. To conduct an exams in a year, they are saying they have spent 380 something million. And you are here to collect another budget from the federal government.
Yes.
I will contributed just 35 million.
Okay.
And if they ask for their budget there, they'll be telling me in the region of 10 to 20 billion naira.
Exactly.
5,009.
Why somebody, a fool, who think Fulani doesn't know anything, is here correcting Simon Ekpa, split and splitted.
63 members of staff arranging for one examination in a year and being paid 8.5 billion.
Okay.
And now generating only 410, out
Fulani.
of which you remit only 35 million. There is a need to look deeper into what this is about.
No.
The committee resolved to set
You are
up
going to solve it with English language. Now, let us go into people who have brain. People who have brain, listen to him. And these are the people we are learning from. Listen, we learn from people who are better than us, not non-entities, who go to United Kingdom or go to English school and cram how to speak splitted and split.
Progress. If we had not intervened on very personal matters, who your neighbor is, how you live, the noise you make, how you speak, or where you speak, or what language you use. Had we not done that and done it effectively, we would not be here today.
From 1965, this is the result.
Even from my sick bed, even if you are going to lower me into the grave and I feel that something is going wrong, I'll get up. And I am serious when I say on the eve of National Day, get our ablest and our best into politics. One key requirement is let's avoid hypocrisy and let's do this thing honestly, approximate the market rate. Try and get a government on the cheap, you end up with a cheap government and you'll be sorry for yourselves. First job of a government is to equalize opportunities, right? Not equalize results. You equalize results, you're done for. You end up with what Deng Xiaoping calls the iron rice bowl. Nobody works, everybody does his minimum, very little rice in the bowl. What made the difference in Singapore was that a group of men in 1963, 64, 65, when we were in Malaya, we decided that we are going only one life. If we have to die, we will die for a cause. That made Singapore possible.
Did you hear that? Group of men. Group of men. He did not say millions of men. He said group of men gathered between 1963 and 1964. They were residing in Malaysia. They gathered. They said if they are going to live, they will live one life. And they are going to die, they will die once. But it is better for them to die for a good cause. They started to fight for this freedom of Singapore. Did you hear the story? Today, Biafra people, we are doing the same thing. Group of us have gathered after the abduction and kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and we have named ourselves Autopilot. The story will be the same. Go and mark it. The story will be the same. You will tell the story. How we fought Nigeria and, of course, resist the world to get our freedom. We are going to apply every mechanism possible. We have said it. We have announced possible guerrilla warfare. Once we succeed in stopping Nigeria from conducting election, we are going there. I want you people to understand that not these criminals that have almost destroyed Biafra movement. You don't know the impact, negative impact of all these criminals in IPOB, what they did to this Biafra struggle. That is why so many people are not yet coming out to support the liberation of Biafra, because they thought it is business as usual. And you know the business they did. The business they did is to deceive and deceive people. And of course, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been crying for 100 men. If they were pure and genuine, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will never cry for 100 men. So he's the only genuine person in those groups. They are all criminals. And those who are genuine now have left them and they are in autopilot. So now when you talk about no election, they say, oh, don't worry, that is how they do it before. Don't worry. Today they are ratting on Radio Biafra. They go every day, rat on Radio Biafra. Oh, this one is committing crime. Oh, that one is kidnapper. Oh, this one is this. The people they bought gun and give turn to kidnappers. And they are no longer listening to them. They blame it on Simon Ekpa. We control every ESN. Genuine ESN under Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We control them. We feed them. We give them food. We give them whatever they need. We give them. They don't go into criminality. But those who are going into criminality, they know them. They mention their names. They know them. They know who they are. And they come and mention the names of those they believe they are criminals. Some of them are not criminals. Some of them are those who are not following them. So what it means is that those people, and you know, because they have to continue to mention names after we expel them in February. So when we are busy dealing with the Nigeria establishment, they are busy destroying Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and his legacy. And then when you touch them, they say, oh, they are the one fighting for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They no longer fought for Biafra. What they are doing now is to try everything to destroy the legacy, and we have defeated them. We defeated them since February. Since February, Today they are coming to tell you how they collected money to cancel sit at home. And if you touch them, they say, oh, they just promised us to stop sit at home to collect money. So we did not collect money. So you are going to ask them, you did not collect money? So you canceled the sit at home free of charge. So you wrote all those epistles against Simon Ekpa free of charge. Because each time they release press statement, they have collected money. Each time they say, we have canceled sit at home, they have collected money, have entered the account. That is in addition to the money they used to sell Mazinam Dikan. Each time they come to say, Simon Ekpa is not our member, they have collected money. You know, when Soludo say they are going to release, they will let us watch and see what they are going to do. They have promised to do something. Let us watch them. Everything is on social media. Soludo came after meeting them. Let us see, after paying them money, they have promised to do something. Let us see what they are going to do. Bam! The next day, they release the press release. They disown Simon Ekpa as if they own me. They disassociated Simon Ekpa as if I have anything to do with them. They say Simon Ekpa is not IPOB as if they own IPOB. They say Simon Ekpa is this. They say I have been waiting for this idiot and criminals. They deceive their followers. They say, oh, we are going to sue him to court. He is using IPOB. I am waiting for the court. Nobody have sued Simon Ekpa till date. I do not know what they are waiting for. They say, oh, he is using Mazin Amdekan. We are going to sue him. I have been waiting for them to sue Simon Ekpa. And the other day, one of the women was ranting on social media. That one was ranting, Simon Ekpa, how can they allow him to use IPOB? Oh, when the prophet in Germany, they wrote, because it's fake. Please, that woman should take it upon herself and come to Finland and sue Simon Ekpa. I am waiting for them. That has not happened. All they do is to rant on social media. They think that it is everybody you are going to intimidate and threaten with your mouth. Come! Where we are is what we call practical. We believe in, black and white. Black and white. We don't do talk. We believe in black and white. Come and talk and do hire lawyer to sue Simon Ekpa. You can't do it. Because what do you know? Come and rant. IPOB is an organization, a registered organization. Idiotic people. And these are the people who want to fight and get Biafra. Mazinam Dikana Tagafufu. Tell that woman, I listened to where they were making program. Oh, why Simon Ekpa? It is because Simon Ekpa knew that they were fake. Simon Ekpa knew. Let them write from London. Let them go to law firm and let the law firm write. I don't know why you are waiting for people to write on your behalf. Are you not a human being? Pick it upon yourself and write. Hire a lawyer. And you can't do it. You are telling people what to do. Are you not a human being? I want to respond to that woman. I know that she is listening because all of them watch me. Tell her, why is she advising people? Is she not a human being? If she is so, full of herself, she should go and write it and hire a lawyer by herself. Why is she waiting for people to hire a lawyer? Why is she advising them? Oh, we need to make sure we go to, if they have gone to a real lawyer, a real law firm to write to him, he would have, but because he know it was not real, and you are still waiting and advising, why you are a human being. And then the other one will say, oh, it's because Simon Ekpa is not in London or because he's not in America. If he's in America, you have those who have been giving you information from Finland. Let them hire a lawyer now and sue Simon Ekpa. You don't want to do it. You are there ranting on social media. All your ranting is on social. Mua, I have become your last bus stop. And said it from the beginning till now. I will be your end until Biafra come. Until Biafra will come. It is not mouth. There is nothing you can do to stop Biafra from coming. Photo. It is go and watch from the beginning when I was warning them that I will chase you out of IPOB. Today, is it not happening? Have I not chased you out of IPOB? I told you people that I will chase you out of IPOB and we are going to restore Biafra. They thought I was joking. I have chased you out of the movement. You are no longer getting anything in the movement, and Autopilot is in charge of this movement, and we are going to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi cannot come out untouched. Today, they are writing presidency, seeking political solution. What is the ground to seek political solution? Sit at home. The activities of the Autopilot sit at home, and the entire Biafra people. If there is no sit at home today, what are you going to use to seek political solution? Are you going to give excuse that, oh, come, release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we have stopped sit at home, everywhere is calm, and people are enjoying themselves, and people are eating food, going, and the election is going to take place in Biafra, release him, please. That is the criminals, what they wanted to do. Today we have defeated them. They thought immediately they capture Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the game is over. So, we are going to show them with their Nigeria agent. There is nothing they have not accused Simon Ekpa now. Sometimes I look at them and laugh. So there's some people that say I am working for Nigeria government. Nigeria government, Tinubu paid me $25 million to make sure that P2B did not win election. They will turn again and say, oh, they should hold Simon Ekpa responsible. He is the one who is causing insecurity in the southeast. And I thought, even though Nigeria government is complete idiotic people, so you just listen to this kind of lies, this kind of propaganda, and you think anybody can take you serious. Bring one thing that you can think that Simon Ekpa did that is not a propaganda. Bring one thing, just one thing against Simon Ekpa. You can't. All the thing they do is to bring lies. So how can people take them serious? That's why they will lament from now till tomorrow. Nobody will listen to them because it is all lies. And the government of Nigeria themselves know they can't do anything. What I'm doing is right. The only thing that these criminals don't know is that they didn't know that the fight of freedom and liberation is a legitimate fight. It does not matter whether it is violent or non-violent. That is what they don't know. So they sold up. The people that never had any training in their life, when they hear violent, all of them were running and peeing in the pant. Yet they are doing a lion on Radio Biafra. They are fighting like they are claiming lion. I don't want to know. There is what you call violent agitation and non-violent agitation, however you want it. We are going to harness every opportunity, whether the violent one or non-violent one. When you don't allow us in peace, we give you violent agitation. We're not messing word with it. Everybody is fighting in Ukraine and Russia. It is not violent. It was war. War. These are the people who knows the meaning of freedom. Finland, where we live, they fought a war with Russia. Finland would have said, oh, please, all the people that are fighting Russia, please do not go. Russia will kill us. People died. They know what is. So what is a criminal? They want to collect money from Nigeria state. Oh, don't tell us violent agitation. We are going to be violent if Biafra did not come. I am telling you the fact. It is not, it is because they have killed us and we can no longer be talking stories. And so the evidences are there. Evidences are there. You are going to march. The only thing, let me not just make, the only thing is that we have not get our hand in aircraft. We are going to be violent. The world will know that the Biafra that died for many years will never be in vain. And the next year is the opportunity. Next year. So it doesn't matter when you come and start making all this nonsense. Simon Ekpa is this, Simon Ekpa is that. Oh, arrest him, arrest that. Go back to where you belong to, where your country fought freedom. This is example of it. I want you to listen to this.
In Singapore was that a group of men in 1963, 64, 65, we were in Malaysia, that we are going to live only one life.
Different in Singapore was in 1963-64. Group of men from Singapore living in Malaysia rose up and decided that they are going to live only one life.
If we have to die, we will die for a cause.
If we have to die, we will die for a cause.
That made Singapore possible.
And that make Singapore possible. Some of these criminals will be on Radio Biafra, adulterated Radio Biafra, because they have destroyed it. They're ranting. Yeah. You are not IPOB. You are not IPOB. Criminals. Because money have entered the account. They have to convince the Fulani. They have to convince the politicians that, yes, they are trying, but these autopilot are very crazy people. But you can see that we are trying. The additional press release, the additional statement, the statement is centered at Simon Ekpa is not a member. Simon Ekpa is not a member of their club, of their criminal club. Simon Ekpa is not a member. That is the statement. The statement is no longer condemning Nigeria army killing our people. The statement is no longer, talking about Biafra. The statement is that Simon Ekpa is not a IPOP member. Autopilot are criminals. These people are not a member. They are the kidnappers. They are now not about Biafra. It is about who is a kidnapper, who is not a kidnapper, who is a criminal, who is not a criminal. They are no longer telling you that Nigeria is a corrupt and a collapsed country. Nigeria have collapsed. They are not telling you that. Okay? No. Do you think they're telling you that? They cannot tell you that. Now, let me show you one more thing about P2B.
Now, so make you choose whether na Biafra or na one Nigeria. Which side you go take? Wetin be your own mind? Wetin dey your mind? As all this Nnamdi Kanu issue dey go round. Wetin even a few weeks ago now, you get some women wey dey arrest for Anambra say Abike na for Imo.
Na Imo.
Na Imo say
the arrest na dey wrong. Arrest no be people wey live for a country where they practice democracy. If they want to agitate, they agitate. If they feel say they know they treat them well, agitate. Whether the country they treat Igbos well, no.
Now you say the country they treat.
Now you take your man talk say we never become anything now.
But say anybody stop you.
No. You see, when they you know yourself. Fairness is fairness. We have regions. We even have in our constitution what they call federal character. Now they say if they eat this food, everybody go get share. Equal. Now they say if you reach this person, make you reach this person. Even if say na Mumu will be, you treat us like human being. If Mumu, okay, Mumu come do your own. Let we come do our own Mumu go. But this year, they go treat you say you no be anything. And now we be Nigeria pass so.
Why you talk to her? How you be Nigeria pass? You be Nigeria pass me.
So if you go for anywhere for this country, when you see the citizens of the place finish, na Igbo man you go see.
As Igbo people there everywhere.
Now they do trade, now they do vocals, now they do local shop, everything. And now us they come Lagos, build house, go Ibadan, build house. Go Medugri, where they even fight, build house. Go Yola, build house. Everywhere we there. They go to treat us like people who say we want to stay here. But as they push us, like every day, they go to attack us. They go buy our house. The government, they don't want us to be part of anything. Even when they do post, they know they give us. Even if they will give us, they give us the one where maybe they just give these people, like they don't chop all the meat. Maybe they take the...
Are you people hearing it? P2B is lamenting. He knows the truth. That is why I tell you people, don't worry. when we have hit the jackpot, where we are going to hit the all of them will come back and support. Believe me, next year, let us handle this thing very well. All of them knows the truth. All of them knows that Nigeria is not for them. They are only being scared of being assassinated. They are only being scared of being killed. And that is the reason why the Biafra is coming from diaspora. So leave all these things Peter Obi is doing. Now, all these things he's saying, he'll tell you, oh, give me presidency so that all these things he's lamenting here will end. And you and I know it is not possible. Peter Obi is more Biafran than you. He can never come openly to show it. The only thing he is doing now, as a coward he is. As a coward, British is using him. As a coward he is. He cannot speak openly like a man and say, I am not going to be part of this thing anymore. I support the people fighting for freedom. Do you understand? The position of Peter Obi have not changed. This thing, let me play it again.
The board. Which side you take? What's in your own mind? What's in your mind? As all this kind issues they go around. You know, even a few weeks ago now, you get some women with their arrest for Nambra. Say, Abishana for Imo. Imo. Say
the arrest not the wrong. Arrest not the people will live a country where they practice democracy. If they want to agitate, they agitate. If they feel say they know they treat them well, agitate. Whether the country they treat Igbos well, no. You take your man talk say we never become anything now.
But stop you.
No. You see, when well, you know yourself. Fairness is fairness. We have regions. We even have in our constitution what they call federal character. Now they say if they eat this food, everybody go get share equal. Now they say if you reach this person, make you reach this person. Even if say na mumu will be, you treat us like human being. If mumu, okay, mumu come do your own. Let we come do our own mumu go. But this year, they go treat you say you no be anything. And now we be Nigeria pass so.
Why you talk to her? How you be Nigeria pass? You be Nigeria pass me.
So, if you go for anywhere for this country, when you see the citizens of the place finish, na Igbo man you go see.
As Igbo people there everywhere.
Now they do trade, now they do for.
And this is the Peter Obi. This is the Peter Obi who told you, do not vote me because I am an Igbo man. Deep down inside Peter Obi, he is Igbo man. And he tried to play politics. He tell you, do not vote me because I'm Igbo man. Here, he is lamenting. The reason why the Igbo people are being marginalized is because Igbo people are treated bad. They are pushing us to the wall. They are doing this and doing that. That's why I told you people, don't worry. Because the Peter Obi you see here did not know how prepared and heartless we are going to become for our freedom. When he see the seriousness in us, you think he will have a choice? You think Peter Obi will now abandon Biafra when he see the green light of Biafra and go to Nigeria? The answer is no. I want you people to wait and see what will happen. Because they thought that this whole thing is business. You know, they know the people. They know these criminals that we have expelled from IPOB. They know them. They know they were never genuine. They go from their back and start collecting money. That is what they do. So they can never take them serious. It's just like when Wazirike is talking about Peter Obi and those contesting to become president. Because Wazirike already know who they are. He never take them serious. So it is the same thing. The politician already know who these criminals in IPOB are that have almost destroyed Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. So they never take them serious. They never take them serious. Today, as we are saying no election in Biafraland, they say, is it not what you do? Don't worry. Yeah, is that not what you said the other day? Yeah, they say it. But this one, Ogavunu Neze. So I want you people to understand that by the time we show very big resistance, to this no election, or to make sure that there is no election in Biafraland, all these people you see, P2B, they will start backing us. And let me tell you, do you know what all these nomadic people, Igbo nomadic people, you know what they do? Those who say they support P2B, they say, oh, wait, if P2B don't win, we will come back to Biafra. Can you imagine a stupid people? We should wait first. If P2B did not win, we will go back to Biafra. We are not that cowardly people. We are not Nigerians. Nigerians are those who are being manipulated by circumstances. Change. I want you to listen to this. Listen to this.
For anybody who changes his principles depending on whom he is dealing, that is not a man who can lead a nation. For anybody who changes his principles depending on whom he is dealing, that is not a man who can lead a nation.
Did you hear that? Anybody who changes his principle according to who he is dealing with is not a man who can lead a nation. So all this bunch of fools who tells you, oh, let us wait from P2B. When he fail, we will now come back to Biafra. You are not people who can make decisions. You are a very big fools. Those who say, oh, let us go to Nigeria, when we changing your principle according to who you deal with. We don't do that. We are learning from the best. And I have now brought two best in the world, at least in freedom fighting. I brought the former Prime Minister of Singapore. You have heard from Mandela. That is the principle. That is the full step we are taking in autopilot. Consistency. Consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. We are not looking back. Consistency is the key. Consistency is the key.
I served my country. All of us, we are deceived. You know me, anywhere you say Biafra is happening, I'll go there. I won't even ask questions, I will go. Until I'm deceived. I have served everybody. I said everybody. The who is who in our land, I have served them. Bar none. Did I not say it yesterday that I campaigned for P2B? Don't you know that? I was at the front campaigning, leading protests on the streets of London. Because I don't talk, I do things that comes with it. Did P2B not disappoint everybody? If you come out today and say that Biafra is in the next door, let's go. If you go, I join you immediately. Before you get there, I'm there. I have served everybody. Chekwa Sokori. Name them, Ojukwu himself. P2B. As long as you come out, you know, in life sometimes, only those who are trusting are very easy to deceive. Because you have to trust. Somebody saying that they are going to fight to liberate you. Why won't you trust the person? I'm asking you. Why won't you trust the person? How do you know if the person is real or not? Without trying it. It's like trying to critique a book, having not read it. Doesn't make sense. Or trying to critique a film that you have not watched. So that is why. That if you come out tomorrow yourself and say that you can do this thing that you are doing better than us, I will climb down from here and I will follow you. Because what matters to me is Biafra. But we followed them and saw that there is compromise after compromise, deceit after deceit, deception after deception. They can't handle the truth.
Are you hearing the difference between Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Onyendu and the criminals in IPOB? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is ready to give way to anybody when he sees the person is real. But the criminals, they are fighting to protect their salary. 2,000 rands, South African rands, to broadcast on Radio Biafra. They are fighting to protect their schools. IPOB is paying the school fees of some of them. That is what they are fighting for. So if anybody comes who is not very conversant with how they loot the money, they are going to go into trouble. Finally, we destroyed everything. We destroyed their criminality.
So, Sajuju, you ask me now, what stops you now from reading out names and saying 99 countries is supporting Biafra? That is the best thing to say. So that when we say we need money for something, you will give us, yes? But I can't tell you that, because that is not the right thing to say. We are also reporting that P2B, everybody seeks umbrella under Nigeria. P2B is today telling us that he is also commending the Nigerian army for keeping Nigeria as one. These are the people that will defend him when we come after him. This is the criminal that stole money belonging to Anambra people to go and build a shopping mall in Abuja. P2B. He is now hailing Nigerian army for keeping the country together, the people that killed his own people. When I tell you that P2B was bad, people thought I was joking. Have you now seen it? He's hailing them for killing his own people, keeping Nigeria as one. And these are so-called Igbo people. Igbo men. Maybe his Alhaji boyfriend has told him to do that. People don't know that P2B sleeps with other men. People don't know that. People don't know what we know. Only if you people knew what we know. I served my country. All of us, we are deceived. You know me, anywhere you say Biafra is happening, I will go there. I won't even ask questions, I will go. Until I'm deceived. I have served everybody. I said everybody. The who is who in our land, I have served them. Bar none. Did I not say it yesterday that I campaigned for P2B? Don't you know that? I was at the front campaigning, leading protests on the streets of London. Because I don't talk, I do things that comes with it. Did P2B not disappoint everybody? If you come out today and say that Biafra is in the next door, let's go. If you go, I join you immediately. Before you get there, I'm there. I have served everybody. Chekwa Sokoria. Name them, Ojukwu himself. P2B. As long as you come out, you know, in life sometimes, only those who are trusting are very easy to deceive. Because you have to trust. Somebody saying that they are going to fight to liberate you. Why won't you trust the person? I'm asking you. Why won't you trust the person? How do you know if the person is real or not? Without trying it. It's like trying to critique a book, having not read it. Doesn't make sense. Or trying to critique a film that you have not watched. So that is why. That if you come out tomorrow yourself and say that you can do this thing that you are doing better than us, I will climb down from here and I will follow you. Because what matters to me is Biafra. But we followed them and saw that there is compromise after compromise, deceit after deceit, deception after deception. They can't handle the truth. So, Sajuju, you ask me now, what stops you now from reading out names and saying 99 countries is supporting Biafra? That is the best thing to say. So that when we say we need money for something, you will give us, yes? But I can't tell you that. Because that is not the right thing to say. We are also reporting that P2B, everybody seeks umbrella under Nigeria. P2B is today telling us that he is also commending the Nigerian army for keeping Nigeria as one. These are the people that will defend him when we come after him. This is the criminal that stole money belonging to Anambra people to go and build a shopping mall in Abuja. P2B. He is now hailing Nigerian army for keeping the country together, the people that killed his own people. When I tell you that P2B was bad, people thought I was joking. Have you now seen it? He's hailing them for killing his own people, keeping Nigeria as one. And these are so-called Igbo people. Igbo men. Maybe his Alhaji boyfriend has told him to do that. People don't know that P2B sleeps with other men. People don't know that. People don't know what we know. Only if you people knew what we know. Peter Obi.
Now, that is exactly what we are talking about. So when they come, they start making all these statements. Oh, Biafra this, Biafra that. He is never real. Opportunity has been given to some of them. They failed woefully. You all see how Ojukwu handed over to P2B. P2B failed Ojukwu. P2B failed woefully. P2B failed Ojukwu even till Ojukwu death. He failed him completely. Today, all of them are coming to shout they want, when P2B lose, we will fight Biafra. Agwa bunyo no aso na anya. When P2B fail, you fight Biafra. That is what every one of these people you see are shouting on social media. Oh, let us wait first. Let P2B lose, then we'll come back to Biafra. Agwa ga bunyo no aso na anya. We are not that stupid. You see, we have separated the chaff from the wheat. Oh, nubu, the chaff. The chaff now is Obego, P2B. The main Biafra people are not Pago. They are the people sitting at home. Is it not at home you are going to do voting? Come and do voting at home now. They say we are on social media. We agree. Yet, they are worried. They are worried about our social media. I don't know whether voting is taking place on social media. Why are you worried about social media people ranting? We are ranting on social media. We agree. We agree. So why are you so worried over social media? Is the social media going to be, is the president of Nigeria going to be on social media? No. So why are you worried? When you know that we are social media people, when you know that we don't have capacity to stop Nigeria from doing election in Biafraland, I don't know, so you should not be worried. Simon Ekpa said there is no election. Don't be worried. Why are you worried when it is only just on social media we are ranting? But let me tell you, this is what we are doing today.
Avoid hypocrisy and let's do this thing honestly, approximate the market rate. Try and get the government on the cheap, you end up with a cheap government and you'll be sorry for yourselves. First job of a government is to equalize opportunities, right? Not equalize results. You equalize results, you're done for. You end up with what Deng Xiaoping calls the iron rice bowl. Nobody works, everybody does his minimum, very little rice in the bowl. What made the difference in Singapore was that a group of men in 1963, 64, 65, when we were in Malaysia, we decided that we are going to live only one life. If we have to die, we will die for a cause. That made Singapore possible. We couldn't be placated and settle for less. To settle personally for a way out for yourself was easy. You vote in jokers, cranks, weak men, charlatans with some gift of the gab. You run a very serious risk of losing everything you have. Your future really depends on what you make of it. The government can give you that framework, can give expression to the will of a people, but the people must have their will. If you don't have it, there's nothing a government can do.
Did you hear that? The people must have their will. If you don't have your will, there is nothing the government can do. And today, we are going to show Nigeria that we have our will. And this, our will and our future is in our hand. I'm going to play this again for you to know how Singapore became what it is today from 1965. Nigeria had independence in 1960. Go to Nigeria today. All you see is pig farm. Piggery. Pig farm in the street. Pig farm in the market. Pig farm, there is no shopping mall. Everywhere is like pig in Nigeria. There is no development. No nothing. You retrogress, you go backward. The retrogression. There is nothing to talk about Nigeria. And after 60 something, 62 years, P2B is coming to lament about how they are marginalizing Ndibo. And by the way, I want to acknowledge those who have, blessed us with super chat today. Joy Nadozie, thank you very much for supporting us with your super chat. We appreciate you. MSA, continue to give water to all the Ewu Gambia, writing rubbish and garbage on the comment section. Water is the code. Nam Gozege. Exactly. We are going to continue to give them water. Azoka Charles Wankwo, no comment. Thank you very much. Our chair, Umada chairperson. Thank you very much for your another big share of $100 super chat. And again, 100. Thank you very much. And then we have another super chat before I forget who is that. We have another super chat from somebody, I think Ogodo Man or something like that. Didn't see it. It has already disappeared here. I'm going to look for it later on. So thank you all for your super chat as we move ahead. So I'm going to replay this particular video and uninterrupted.
We have to lock up people without trial, whether they are communists, whether they are language chauvinists or religious extremists. If you don't do that, the country would be in ruins today. Whoever governs Singapore must have that iron in him or give it up. This is not a game of cards. This is your life and mine. I spent a whole lifetime building this. And as long as I'm in charge, nobody's going to knock it down. That we wouldn't be here, we would not have made the economic progress if we had not intervened on very personal matters. Who your neighbor is, how you live, the noise you make, how you spit or where you spit, or what language you use. Had we not done that and done it effectively, we would not be here today. And even from my sick bed, even if you are going to lower me into the grave and I feel that something is going wrong, I'll get up. And I am dead serious when I said on the eve of National Day, get our ablest and our best into politics. One key requirement is let's avoid hypocrisy and let's do this thing honestly, approximate the market rate. Try and get the government on the cheap, you end up with a cheap government and you'll be sorry for yourselves. First job of a government is to equalize opportunities, right? Not equalize results. You equalize results, you're done for. You end up with what Deng Xiaoping calls the iron rice bowl. Nobody works, everybody does his minimum, very little rice in the bowl. What made the difference in Singapore was that a group of men in 1963, 64, 65, when we were in Malaysia, we decided that we are going to live only one life. If we have to die, we will die for a cause. That made Singapore possible. We couldn't be placated and settle for less. To settle personally for a way out for yourself was easy. You vote in jokers, cranks, weak men, charlatans with some gift of the gab. You run a very serious risk of losing everything you have. Your future really depends on what you make of it. The government can give you that framework, can give expression to the will of a people, but the people must have their will. If you don't have it, there's nothing a government can do.
All right. Thank you very much. You have just watched that. We are learning from the best. We don't just come and talk and talk and talk. We are learning from the best and those who have gone through this line before, and we are winning and we will continue to win. And that's exactly what is going on here. So I want you all to watch a very, very funny video that I want to play today. And this video will illustrate those barking like dogs on social media. Why, when they see you physically, they will be hiding like chicken. So I want all of you to watch this. This is a very funny, very, very funny, but you are going to enjoy it. It illustrates the criminals and their irate and what we're doing. Joseph John, thank you very much for a super chat. We appreciate you. You know, the super chat is what is really paining a lot of them. And because they have learned that the more they talk, the more we get super chat. So they're no longer talking. Right, you are a man. I love you like my leader, Masanam. Thank you very much. Now we are going to show you this video, which is very, very funny. I want you to pay attention. I found this video very interesting.
Oh, my fancy car. I'm going to tune Kono Solomo watch. Yeah. I'm getting a bar. Kono for exactly if I'm in social media. Kono watch is here, then I'll come back to talk about it.
You see? The dog is barking. When they leave him, he's not back again. You see, when they hold him, he's barking. And when they take him close, he's afraid. Look at him. Look. Look at him. Look at him. and then when they hold him, he's barking.
If for social media, I go for social media, exactly if I'm here. Nke anụ mana na-agbọ kịta kwukwukwum na-agba na-eji ya ọsị mba sirapụ ya eburu ya ji abụgali ya the main person ọ na-agba ụja ya gbawa ọsọ ka mkpi akpọfụtakwa ya ebe ahụ again ya bidokwa gbawakwa ụja ife abụ social media in a nutshell. A quick summary of even social media. Somebody ga na page ya na-agbọ ka nkịta gwam ọfụzia gị in real life ọmịa ọnọpịa ike n'ọpịa ọdụ ya ị na-asị nwoke na-akwazi ya ka nwoke move n'elu onye ya akpali na-enye in real life na-enye woto ya ka ọ collect woto ọ na-agba ọzọ.
Amateur does it. Thank you for your super chat. Woto.
Ama nọlụ gị ife ịfụzi onye afọ in real life you go believe you go collect ọkwịghọta kedu ebe a na-eji nkịta na ya ajụ a na-eji nkịta na-agba ụja ọ na-ata arụ mba nke ọzọ jos na ọ na-asụ ya anya kpi na-enye anya kpo ya na-agbọ kwakwam ahụ ya aka ja how you get the other side ka o jezie ka o mezie ka afụzi ife ọ ga-eme onye ya bịaba akwasị ga-akpọfụta ya akpọfụtakwa ya bidokwa again na ọta somebody got on the other compound
look the eye look the eye it's that the dog is biting
onye ahụ pụtazie anazie how are you how are us oge m na Nigeria fụ onye fụ m metụ m aka n'azụ sị m look after yourself and don't fight ntọnụzie nchịa asị m nwaanyị ike ị na-enyekwe nsogbu na Facebook nne na-achị na ejikọ m ọpụta ebe kiwa ya support wale ya gbachatụ m
look the eyes of the dog of the small dog
kụtọrọ ya ana metụ m iche ọchị gịnị ka ị na-ati ịpachi look after yourself you know sometimes you can ask kaka ifuzi onye afọ in real life you no go fit talk mba you can't do anything in real life. The same thing with the saga. And onye nọ na page ya ọ na-akọ rubbish na-akọ ka gasị ọma gị ọfụzie gị ọnọdụzie ka nwa mkpi bebezie ka nwa nkata anụ na-ebe ka onye ala so nkịta na-abụ na-atalụ nke atalụ enwere time ịbụ ụja ọ chọta akọ gị anya ekweta na ọmụma gị eze like this you feel am you go believe so ka nsị ka nweta line learn from nkịta anụ nwa nkịta na-abụ ụja aha atalụ nke na-atalụ na-eme nna aha abụ ụja. My name is Chi. Thanks for listening. And for hi everyone. Kekaime. Oh, we fancy I'm going to tune Kono Solomo watch ya. ndị ala na-aba anya nkịta na-aba ka unu fụ exactly ife na-eme na social media. Unu watch ya, then I'll come to talk about it. If for social media, I want for social media, exactly.
Right. So I found this video very, very interesting. The dog is barking like the criminals on social media. Like Nketa Mohammed Abbas in Kuwait. Officer Ekpa na Bafo. Officer Ekpa Bafo. Ofu okpon ga pia godi affairs. So ofu okpon ga pia. Oma na nwoke hitiri ya. Oma na nwoke hitiri ya. Ofu okpon ga pia. Eze niile na ya n'ọnụ ga-apụ. Ọ ga-ekwetago na nwoke hitiri ya. Ọ mara na ọ bụ na agboro anya arụchaga agboro. He should go. I have always told them, anytime, anyhow you want it, I will give it to you. Woto or woto. I give it to you. Piagopo, I gamano muke piagopo. Ichokwano ka nyegi gentle. I will give you gentle. Ichokwano ka nyegi, udobona. I will give it to anyhow you want it. Ichoya in Oyibo way. I will be very, very nice and civil in Oyibo way. Ichoya nke opiweka. Some of them say, if you want it opiweka way, I'll give it to you opiweka way. Apiagopo. Gini kutago no gina woke neme. So that is where we are going to do it. And tomorrow we are going to continue. I want everybody to understand that the sit at home on the 7th continues. We will continue the program tomorrow until the 7th of October. And for that reason, we are going to go on commercial. Here we go. Thank you very much, Romeo, for your super chat. We appreciate you. Well done, Wachineke. God is your strength. We are grateful to have you. Thank you very much for your support for the super chat.
Said 7th of October 2022 is our remembrance day for our fallen fathers, mothers, men, women, brothers, sisters, and children that were gruesomely murdered at Asaba during the Biafran genocidal war Nigerians waged against Biafrans. We hereby declare Friday, the 7th of October 2022, a sit at home in Biafraland.
Agalokia Nigodo Naki ịpụtakwa ihe uhiri were maka na mọnwụ anyị ga-agba n'ilo mọnwụ anyị na-agba n'ilo mọnwụ anyị na-agba n'ilo
ọ nụrụ karịa ibi o.
obodo ga-enu ntị o onye kwuchitere ọnụ Biafra simzi unu.
Said 7th of October 2022 is our remembrance day for our fallen fathers, mothers, men, women, brothers, sisters, and children that were gruesomely murdered at Asaba during the Biafran genocidal war Nigerians waged against Biafrans. We hereby declare Friday, the 7th of October 2022, a sit at home in Biafraland.
Agalokia Nigodo Naki ịpụtakwa ihe uhiri were maka na mọnwụ anyị ga-agba n'ilo mọnwụ anyị na-agba n'ilo mọnwụ anyị na-agba n'ilo
ọ nụrụ karịa ibi o.
Right, thank you very much. May God bless you. May God bless Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. May God bless on the Igbo home. May God bless ESN. May God bless all our alliances. May God bless Umuada and their husband. May God bless our media team, autopiloted media team. May God bless all of you. May God bless you that is supporting and always sharing. May God bless those that are funding this movement for the liberation of Biafra and STA. Thank you very much. From here, from me, is good evening.